Hello, Seiiti. You are afraid, you are incapable of being happy. Happiness, when it's not accompanied by a certain level of anxiety, might be actually your biggest fear. Let's see if you recognize yourself in this. Are you the type of person who, when you're finally feeling happy, you start to feel a little bit guilty? Do you get suspicious when everything seems to be going too well in your life? You know, when you can't even enjoy your vacation properly because you're worried something might go wrong. You might call that being responsible, being cautious. But deep down, you feel a constant unease that you can't even explain, right? It's like you're always bracing for the next disaster. Now, what I want to show you today is that there is a way out of a pattern that is often invisible but might be condemning you to a endless anxiety and maybe sabotaging your relationships. The first point is that you may have been confusing anxiety with being realistic. The thing you call being realistic, what is that? We need to check if it's actually addiction to anxiety disguised as a responsibility. What could be happening is that your brain is operating with the most self-destructive way possible. It is running away from the discomfort of feeling good. What does that mean in practice? When things are going really well, you feel a strange emptiness. So what do you do next? You start looking for problems. If your relationship is peaceful, you might pick a fight. Or if your job is going smoothly, you might start imagining getting fired or having a problem. If your health is great, you start searching on Google for rare diseases. You see what's happening here? You are turning peace into paranoia, and this is not a sign that you are smarter or more prepared than other people. This is a compulsion disguised as caution. You may have mistaken anxiety addiction for responsibility. Your brain may have been trained to associate happiness with danger. There is a specific neurological explanation for this. Think about it. Every time you're feeling some genuine content in the past, and then something bad happened just after that. Or somebody criticized you for being too relaxed. So what happens is that over time your nervous system learned a dangerous lesson that feeling good means letting your guard down. So what did you do as a defense? You have hypervigilance disguised as maturity. Your brain was conditioned to interpret peace as a sign that something terrible was about to happen. That is why you might not be able to receive a compliment without looking for some hidden motives. That's why you can't have a good day, enjoy a good day, without expecting a disaster at the end. That's why you can't feel happy without feeling a little bit guilty. This is how it's working inside of you. Do you understand? You may have lost access to your natural emotional state. There is a psychological term for this, positive emotional regulation. It is your natural ability to maintain pleasant emotional states without feeling anxiety. A little bit like this. Imagine an addict person who gets restless, uncontrollable without their drug. You might feel a little bit the same without a drama to occupy your mind. Each time you sabotage a happy moment by inventing a worry that didn't need to exist, you are reinforcing neural circuits in your brain that interpret contentment as a sign of not being alert enough. And the freest person is the one who can feel content without needing a specific reason or without fearing that happiness will be taken away from them. But you may have lost that ability. For you, happiness has become a rare achievement, something that must be justified and monitored. You see the difference? There are 3 consequences that might be harming your life right now. everything we've discussing here leads to 3 destructive consequences. First, you never truly process positive experiences because you're always anticipating what could go wrong. Second, you develop chronic anxiety during the very moments that you should be feeling peace. And third, you sabotage relationships that are going well. That's why you might end relationships when the other person is treating you too well. That is why you create problems at work when your boss, your colleagues are satisfied. That's why you feel exhausted when your life looks objectively fine from the outside. So the issue here is not that you were born designed to be unhappy. That's not the point. The problem is that you may have developed an addiction to emotional turbulence. And every day you do not reverse that conditioning, you build more self-sabotage. It can reach a point where healthy relationships and lasting peace of mind become nearly impossible. That's why it's so important to stop that, to stop sabotaging your own happiness. You can go to the link arata.se/happiness to begin reversing this pattern before it is too late. Now, a practical exercise, you can record neutral moments to recondition your brain. How do we start changing this? Here's a very simple activity. 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, evening, pause just for 2 minutes. And during those 2 minutes, rate how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. 5 means like a neutral emotional state. So what I want you to do is this. Whenever your rating is like 5 or 6, 7, meaning that you're feeling basically okay, you write it down in a notebook or using your phone. Sometimes you can just say something like, oh, okay, it's 9 a.m. I'm like a 6. Nothing is wrong. I feel stable. Okay. And the important point here is that if you notice your mind is trying to search for problems during these moments, make a note of that as well. For example, my mind is trying to create a drama here. But objectively speaking, I'm fine at the moment. And at the end of the week, read your notes. You will likely realize that you had many neutral and many positive moments, much more than your mind allows you to realize, to notice. Your brain is just ignoring, it's focusing on the problems. Any day without big drama is something that you should celebrate consciously. Tell yourself, hey, actually today was a pretty good day. It was a normal day. And that's fine. It's fine to not feel danger about it. You catalog every problem, but you are ignoring your joy. Here's another activity. You can pick 3 different moments each day to do a specific gratitude activity. Not general gratitude, like, oh, I'm grateful for my family. Okay, no, you need to be more specific. It can be something very small, like, I'm grateful that my coffee this morning was perfect. I had a little bit of time to enjoy it by myself. That's it. You can focus on small things that went well. It's totally okay if it's something small, right? Like the traffic light turned green when you were arriving, or you had a pleasant conversation with somebody. That's it. Something simple. While you're writing each item, pause for 10 seconds and notice how your body feels. Feel the contentment. Notice what it physically feels to be grateful. Just relax your shoulders and breathe more deeply. And now, after writing your gratitude list, a thought might pop up in your head like, but I'm grateful for my job, but something could go wrong. Watch when this is happening and practice ending your gratitude statement without using but. This will balance your automatic mental bias, your habit of only paying attention to what is wrong. When you do this, you stop automatically, systematically ignoring the good things that are actually working in your life. You have to do this to deal with a mind that is treating happiness as some type of an emergency, right? There's a technique I'll share with you whenever you notice that you're generally feeling good because you achieved something, because you received praise, or just because you're feeling calm, practice staying in that state longer. Instead of jumping into this, but what if? Just give yourself the task of staying in that good feeling at least for 2 more minutes. And during these 2 minutes, observe any thoughts that your mind has trying to sabotage that moment. Your mind will try to convince you that being happy is dangerous. Don't fight it. Just watch those thoughts like clouds passing by. Don't act on them. Breathe deeply when you do this. Many people hold their breath when they're happy. It's like they're bracing themselves for something bad to happen. Don't do that. Just breathe, relax, enjoy that good feeling. And once you manage to stay in that positive feeling for 2 minutes without self-sabotage, you can try 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And you can use this activity, especially when you're receiving compliments or when you have positive interactions that make you a little bit uncomfortable. Don't change the subject. Don't downplay yourself. Practice absorbing that positive experience fully. In the end, your happiness determines the quality of your entire life. When you put all of this into practice, tracking the neutral moments, expressing specific gratitude, trying to tolerate well-being, your mind starts to exit that constant emergency mode, and that is how you gain emotional stability. And that's the place where your wisest decisions in life will happen. Your relationships will improve because now you can give, you can receive affection without creating unnecessary drama. Your work improves because now you learn to recognize your accomplishments instead of just putting out fires. Your mental health improves because you stop poisoning your good moments. And in the end, the quality of your relationship with happiness is what determines the quality of your entire life. Think about that. The ability to feel good is not a luxury, it is not optional. This is a foundational skill for a balanced, for a productive life. Without the ability to tolerate well-being, your life will be in survival mode. You will miss the small joys that, altogether create a meaningful life. With this ability, even your most ordinary moments will reveal contentment and appreciation that you might have forgotten that was even possible, that you were ignoring. So what can you do today? Here's my suggestion. Record your neutral moments tomorrow morning. Practice specific gratitude tonight. Use this well-being tolerance technique. Allow time to enjoy something good that happens, and each day you avoid not addressing these problems, it's making more difficult. You might sabotage another relationship. You might create more unnecessary anxiety. That's why I invite you to seriously do something about it. Change. Go to the link arata.se/happiness right now so you recover your natural ability to be happy before you sabotage one more thing that could be nice to have in your life. You may have turned a defense mechanism into a self-destruction. And you believe this is wisdom. It is not. If you keep running from your own happiness, you risk spending your entire life creating problems that do not exist and, hurting relationships that could have brought you joy. So stop sabotaging your life right now. Go to the link arata.se/happiness before it is too late to break this destructive pattern.